What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to EP09. So, there's actually quite a few exciting stories in today's video, and we're gonna start this one off with an update from Joe Seeman. Joe is weighing in here at a massive 292 pounds and is carrying a very respectable off-season shape. Now, when it comes to overall size, Joe Seeman can hang with pretty much anyone in the IFBB, and the level of conditioning that we saw him bring to the 2023 New York Pro pushed him to a very impressive 4th place finish. Now, I do think in the right lineup that Joe could take home a pro show victory, and I would be especially confident in that if Joe has made the necessary improvements. In particular, I think to the width of the shoulders and to the quad sweep to really make that waist look smaller, and at this point, I don't think it's entirely fair to judge if he's done that or not. He's definitely massive, but when he puts his foot on the gas and starts pushing the food and the PEDs, which he said for the last 6 months he's really been taking it easy, I'm predicting that we are going to see the best version of Joe Seeman to date, a potentially pro show winning version of Joe Seeman. He won't out-shape any of the competition, but he will out-size and out-condition the competition, which we have seen time and time again. That can be a recipe for success on a pro stage. So we'll see where Joe lands in the upcoming 2024 season. Alright, next up, Kerrith Bajjo dropped an update saying he's weighing in here at 222.6 pounds, and he's keeping things extremely lean in this Olympia rebound, and I mean extremely lean. And for anyone unsure of what the definition of muscle maturity is, look no further. This is muscle maturity at its absolute finest. He looks like he could step on stage tomorrow, honestly, and I think there's good reason behind this. Aside from just being genetically gifted, in his mind, Kerrith was putting in the work for the 2024 season the second he stepped off the 2023 Olympia stage. You see, the mindset of Kerrith Bajjo is just as strong as the physique. Kerrith took home his best placing to date at this year's 212 Olympia, being 4th place, which he should have taken home at least 3rd place ahead of Angel Calderone in my opinion. However, I digress. Kerrith does need to requalify in 2024, and he's staying within striking distance to pull the trigger really whenever he so chooses. And to put in perspective where Kerrith Bajjo could land on the 2024 Olympia stage, as we witnessed Keon Pearson take home the 212 victory with his overall aesthetics, Sean Clarita took home 2nd with his overall size and conditioning, and Angel Calderone was seemingly awarded for his overall size. Logically, it would only make sense for Kerrith to move up at next year's Olympia, as he is the best overall balance of size, conditioning, and aesthetics. Now, he has hinted at moving up to the Open at some point in the future, so just watch in the 2024 season. Either way, it's going to be a good one. Alright, next up, we have a set of early morning check-in shots from Michael Daboul at 1 day out of the Musclecontest Austria, which is the very last IFBB Pro League show of the 2023 season. And it looks like Michael Daboul is on track here to earn his 3rd pro show victory of the 2023 season. After winning the Pittsburgh Pro, he went on to win the New York Pro just 8 days later. He took home 6th at the Olympia, and now is looking to be on track to get an early Olympia qualification. The level of conditioning and the flowing classic lines that Michael has really does embody that definition of the modern era of classic physique. And this could be an even better version than what we saw at the Olympia. The stage experience, I think, served him very well this year. Michael has continued to improve throughout the 2023 season, and if he does secure the early victory here in Austria, which I think he will, he'll be yet another athlete with the pressure completely off to get that qualification, and can focus entirely on the Olympia, which is something Michael has not done in the past. So, we'll stay tuned for the results of the Austria show and the final form of Michael Daboul. Alright, last up, we have a physique update from Tonio Burton, and Tonio is another bodybuilder keeping things very tight after hitting a pretty substantial rebound. Considering he's doing a health phase right now, most competitors would be happy to be in this kind of shape when, really they're 8 weeks out of a competition and they're pushing everything to the limits. Staying lean and keeping size is one of the many genetic strengths that Tonio has been graciously gifted from birth. And when it comes to room to grow, Tonio still has a ton of room in that aspect. He was literally within striking distance of the 212 weight cap at the 2023 Olympia. He was 214 pounds and change, you guys, and he still managed to land 8th place. He was trading shots with guys like Regan Grimes and Samson Dowda, all of which had at least 50 pounds of stage weight on. So the scale really means nothing to Tonio. The question is, where will we see him compete next? When I had Tonio join me on the bodybuilding breakdown, I'll link that video for you guys right here if you missed it, but he mentioned he was potentially interested in doing the Detroit Pro, which is Fouad Abiad's newest show he's hosting, but since then, I've actually heard him mention he's thinking about going back for redemption at the Cali Pro. But honestly, I think any show is still on the table for Tonio at this point. Tonio is ready to come in and dominate the 2024 season. He told me himself, and I'm going to tell you guys exactly like I told him. I think Tonio Burton will be in the first call-out on that 2024 Olympia stage. You guys heard it here first. Tonio's story is far from written, but it's one of the most exciting stories going into the 2024 season. Anyway, that's it for me in this video, you guys. Thank you for tuning into EP09. Be sure to like and subscribe.